Fellow viewers, welcome to another module of our view on Cry Out TV. I am Theodore Ngumba, your humble host. Today, we'll conclude on the Contender Mafia. I will also take a couple of minutes to address some detractors and blabbermouths who made some bold remarks after my last episode. Let me begin by reminding the Contender Syndicate and their supporters that both the snake and the crocodiles are reptiles, but a snake will never hatch out of crocodile eggs and vice versa. There is a lot of brouhaha coming from the Contender mob and especially the AGC/ADF. This is no surprise to those who have become familiar with your trickery. After carefully analyzing the facts at our disposal, the first and most glaring conclusion is that this idea was the brainchild of the AGC/ADF. However, they never revealed their true motives. Most people jumped on the bandwagon because they indeed believed that, for once, unity was coming. And with this unity and collaboration, the armed struggle would intensify both in frequency and amplitude, therefore bearing the results they have been expecting for 3 years. The ADF cabal had carefully handpicked what was perceived to be supporters who will never question any moves or decisions to run this operation, which consisted of 10 or less members. Where is the unity? Clearly, this was an ADF-AGC affair, and that was the beginning of their failure. They built castles in the air. They lied about what alliances they already had. If you are singing day in, day out about having goats for sale and have no goat when the customer shows up, who are you fooling? Listen to this assessment.
Tambe don't talk at all. These people then get hidden agenda. Now what did I me advocate don't conclude? They get a hidden agenda because if they say tapan the air out for you, I will talk say that they use tapan for became misinformed Ambazonian because sometimes the way I ever see the boy online and they just sorry the boy and they just ask him. After we go to say the boy know the sorry himself. Why he could lie public lie them? Why could he lie the way that they prove it? If they be say tap on the air ad now say all the thing they improvise, they need to give you information. I don't pity the boy. Maybe one time we tap on don't go out of track, and I understand. Say why the boy they go out of track because they sit tight with information. Tap on no be in a whole, no be ADF, no be AGC, die-hearted. Why you could hide information for person where you don't put it and make it say you? If they say you tell some person say me go campaign say you get gold them for sale, then the person one can you don't go campaign one can take gold you don't get gold. You make the person stupid. Eh? Why they decide for they frustrate the boy? Because even me, these people they frustrate me. You know since they were start hammer, you know how many people they call me, how many people they ask me questions, how many people they don't insult me, call me all kind name. But how can I defend myself? With some particular people, they don't think say that their voices or they overcount. They don't count past. Nobody is more of Ambazonian than me. I not be more of Ambazonian than anyone. So we need to forget this thing right. We need to forget them right. Yes. They don't really just frustrate people in all that kind of way. Eh? At the end of the day, who don't carry that load? Who did feel the frustration more than who? No be tapang. Why did he deny for give the tap and the information? Why did he deny for put it for place so he could give first hand information? It do him the way he gave for do him. Why they give for the past information? You don't talk and find. Wait to show Ayaba they do inside that council. Wait to Grace do for them. Benedict Kwade inside that council. SG they inside that council. For my knowledge. Wait till all these people that they do for them. Remove some people then put people the way they matter. Tapang need to be in that council. Tapang need for the get first hand information. When it go outside, it tell Ambazonian and wait till they don't talk him. Eh? I listen Tapa he talk the other day for show. Oh, Mom CV is this and that. Mom CV is this. Where Mom CV no day for day. Just imagine same name like woman where he say all we na people the inside house. If Ojo come at one time, can't blow alarm, say, no, I'm not part and parcel of the issue. I'm that one already a very big blow. But when we are talking, they hear, they know they work on it, they take and they throw for toilet pot. Yes, they just say, this one that they talk now it's in a trash. That's what it happened. Okay, now, Tapan the complaint about Walters Kenyatta. Walters Kenyatta was in this forum. This forum was created now one of the most objective forums this ever done inside. Where we know they come for criticize, we they come now for build. Walters Kenyatta left. As if he's superhuman being. If Vexy come out. But this is somebody whom you people have entrusted in you have entrusted a position of responsibility in the one that they expect me advocate for go the sell some market way. Even the person will get the market when I don't sell this, I say go pay money for cashier, they go cashier no day. Are they crazy? Even tramadol I take I cannot. If you don't get it right, I will never promote the contender force. You people should get it right. People who matters, who are supposed to be here to know exactly what to do, they best come up because they see themselves say they be king. These are noise maker. So when they every time we say we get privilege for the talk for say it is a privilege. ADF, AGC don't open up so they would talk directly to the SG. Make massa. We really need to step up our way with the reason. We know the crowd will hate for you and I say one spoil contender force. With the crowd will hate for you and I say me contender force worker. And he must worker, they must get them right. It's either they are doing it or they are not doing it. It's either they are doing it or they are not doing it. Contender force no be tapping it in as if be like the I don't read that for one of the posts for you respond. No be tapping it in, maybe I have it in. No be Benedict White, maybe any one of us in nothing for Ambazonia, so they must get them right. They must get them right. What is this? We only assume post the way we no fit walk up to the expectation of what we will stand for. They just look at us like noise maker. Couple then say na low energy, say na low energy. I be don't tell you say that energy you get for the spend for because if you don't get the foundation straight, which way you the build for outside it will collapse in a tickle of an eye. And all those things it come to pass. It come to pass. Let us get this thing right. Restructure it. Put Tapan where he will have first-hand information. Monsivi is already there. Bring in representative of other groups into that finance department. Draw up an agenda, draw up a program for a worldwide tour. It must not only be Cho Ayaba or if they decide say it for Duam on the behalf of these people, good and fine. But for make a get weight, I don't say entangle these people. Cho Ayaba if he take a mission to America. Seven Kata dedicate one person for take a mission to Canada where they talk now still on the same contender force. The sort of Amazonia if dedicate one person say go to China, go and preach in this for this same contender force. I'm telling you, it will make credibility and it will give Amazonia the trust. But if you leave it only in the hands of the ADF, I tell you, say these people they will say ADF is assimilated, and this is what I'm trying to see that they want to assimilate. They want to assimilate because a lot of things have been going wrong. A lot of things have been going wrong way. If they don't adjust that thing, me, I will look at a factor of assimilation. A factor of assimilation. So if the narrative for outside they are saying a collaboration, let us do true collaboration. Make them do true collaboration. Maybe that kind this thing we don't go to do the rebel against La Republic. No, we don't want rebel against this contender force. Let the contender force get it right. Entangle these people. Ambazonians are desperate. They want something that can convince them to put their money. They want a solid structure different from what happened to my trip to Boya. We don't want to create another monster of Iringwa and the rest and the Sako and this. That is why we are cracking our head here. You people should get it right. I say if the team being I say then put this, take these audios, take all these suggestions, put it into that council, let them get it right. If they don't get it right, then they will get it wrong and they should have themselves to be blamed.
Now, some fighters thought by joining anything affiliated with the ADF, they could one day elevate themselves to the status of the late General Ivan Ba, who has since become the face of the armed struggle. However, Ivan Ba made the ADF. The ADF did not make him. In his last days, he realized that the ADF had put him on the edge of a cliff. We will share some of his thoughts with our audience to shed the light on this issue in the days ahead. The ADF/AGC had intended to use the contender force to finally dominate all fighting groups. The goal was to equip ADF units first, then bully other groups into submission. They claimed that every group was to be treated equally. It's as true as the earth being a squared circle. The finances were going to be managed by the same ADF talking heads who masterminded the contender force. In any business undertaking, stakeholders must agree on revenue generation and sharing. We have a copy of their memorandum of understanding. We have dissected this document. Unfortunately, it does not give the other groups any guarantees. No agreement as to the money or material sharing structure. It says every group has the right to raise funds, which leaves the window open for groups, especially the ADF, to keep the funds they have raised and equip themselves fully because they can argue that it was their fundraiser. With no oversight, the cash will be swindled, as has been the case before. Whatever amount is not embezzled will be used to buy new shiny weapons, which will now entice and attract other fighters ready to kiss their den guns goodbye. Fighters will start to gravitate slowly towards the ADF, leaving their original militias weakened. Ultimately, the ADF undercover takeover will be complete. There are multiple groups fighting on the ground who refuse to be identified or even take credit for their actions. What makes the ADF think that they have the monopoly of decision making to decide who joins them? Who gave the ADF the mantle of leadership? Instead, the ADF should join the groups actually waging guerrilla war and not your social media chest beating. Why jump to contenderhood when the Pache project is yet to be accounted for?
That means we don't fair with people them. So the thing we have to put them na say the whole idea for this talks where we talk for and I say all when I want to go out for sell this contenderhood for Ambazonian them. But when something they draw when I foot for back say if I go out I want to talk. If some person ask me say when I be first can say Pache, wait when I never give you feedback. Wow, you could stand so what I could flop for your mouth. You know could nothing for talk. So when I don't decide say okay, let's take up Pache. It be simple. Would you even talk Pache go so? For me, if na me I will give for make and say me this thing short. I know say Tambe be go hit them, but it go but you know hit them. But I be sure say Tambe be one hit them say Pache give us an accountability. Like last time when me be here where Ashu Kingsley be talk say Yina and Eric Tato they be tell Tabayan say send us this thing and Tabayan be send them the proofs them say na this thing so they be spend money na so. I be sure say thing we will do for you for make sure say we no overtalk this thing. Pache don't try for make them say we know how the whole thing be go. Generally from how my sister don't talk Wally on the move. He don't put them. He received like 2,000 something. Pache received like 10 or 11,000. More Joe put on so or 10,000 something. When you add it up, it go up to more talk say $13,000. Simple. Now, think what we do for make and say we will not overdo it on this thing. They could just make financial report. Pache was 13,000, and this thing then we just talk say now the beneficiary this. Although I don't hear people they ask us, wait, we will know who be benefit waiting. Yes, openly speaking, we know. I be sure say the groups where they go for benefit, they be don't already name them for they say Tiger, ADF, General RK, and Seven Kata say the benefit. Though the benefit we been say we never yet touch, I never yet touch my own for hand. but we don't already talk. We don't discuss how they will get them. So we don't discuss and say with the money when you look around, it will be and say each group get 2,000. So ADF don't already assure me for my 2,000. So that one be okay. So we now like go now for that financial statement. We talk say this 12,000, 13,000 we will receive. This one don't receive this. This one don't receive this. This one don't receive this. Or if the one never receive, this one there's somewhere for year. It will be balanced up. And then now we'll draw out. Then now for make sure say we will clean up Pache. Pache's project will come to an end. We'll talk say Pache realize this. And for thing we realize now in this, if people don't then wanna be like say wanna be activism, maybe some people they will be curious or talk say we want to see. So now maybe we work heads how it will be say we will get record where we can send out, we'll put and say these are the, I don't know how, whether we'll put the various numbers for the people them, or I don't know how it will appear, because I know be sure say when I will write people their names, say they might be donate 50, they might be donate 10,000, they might be. So when I could make general this thing, say this is money received. So and then this is money spent. This group received this group received this. Purchase project close. So for that one, we don't claim Pache. Pache now, nobody no go ever talk say Pache be receiving money, it be carry out campaign, each of the money. That chapter don't close. That's for that. If we do that kind of way, chapter close. Then now we now come now for this thing. Say okay now, for make sure say me will not make mistake. Which kind setup we want set up so that me will make sure say as we would come together like one family for the contender force. How we could do, how we could share our money, like how me be talk yesterday for now. I be first even talk, I be talk say, yeah, you know, we take person where it get you forces only for battle, okay. You can't take them, you can't talk say, me will get forces for nationwide. You want to say if they give me 1 AK, will get them 2. Or ADF when a national force, you will talk say if they give man for battle, okay, 1 AK they will give so. So those that kind, I be sure say that kind, the way we will come up how we want share our material. I be sure we'll discuss them for council. But if when I see check say when I need for no or what, but because when we discuss the council, we'll still let when I know. So, but in a point that we will give for take into consideration, where we'll put down some certain criteria and say, first of all, if we talk say the founding members, say, okay, Tiger, ADF, look, move look around, who other person will look and say, the national force this way, if we talk say, okay, let's do like this. Can we just come up with some kind of ratios where we will talk say, this is the ratio where we'll give, where we know say, say any other groups where they would come up, if we talk say we'll share our things of with this ratio. If this one get this number of this thing, this one get this number of this thing, this one get this number of this thing, then nobody will not go see that kind of conflict. Will not go see say some person the thing like say, oh, you take my money, you go, you know, buy my material, oh, you know, do so. So that kind of one. Take for instance, I believe say maybe we all will get places where we know how we get with material. Them we talk among ourselves. Who the buy material cheap for who say you feel help we do so. But now for make sure say because when I will always there for back for look and say you take out this money for this number of materials. You don't bring the materials so that now when I feel look and say oh Tiger will be give you money. You never buy material them. You don't chop. You know we can because you know we go come now. You can't destroy the whole contender force. You talk say contender forces and they don't chop money. That time you get to just go out say Tiger don't chop money so that people they know say now only Tiger don't chop money. Tiger where contender force now could still continue for go. So where the structure no go fall. So I be sure we will look in that direction because when we look in that direction. We not could get all this problem, then we will rescue the revolution and then we could move on. Okay, now if we go for that financial this thing, matter when Comrade I should talk say we'll bring in Momsi. I tell you, Momsi now the leader of the fundraising this thing panel. So this financial department and Momsi be leader for this. So we don't talk say say this account where would you use them when the account for the business for NGO for Wali. We don't already discuss, we don't look at, we put them for way say Momsi, it will get access to it. They get for put it now like member of the group or of the NGO, and then now she has equal access to finance like Wali, and then the two of them, they will feel run the account. But if what I talk say, because some say maybe some money we don't pass for the account, and then when I just want account, say me being a clean virgin account, where now we could still wait some other days and say we'll get for go open another account. But maybe we will discuss on that one. But if we think say that account, maybe if it been a say, because for me everything will always be easy. If we look and say for this account now, we feel talk say more snapshot the account, so that now we look and say from this date moving forward, now not no day now the money where you don't start to come in for the contender money from here, we start now for own the account, we move forward. That one will still decide. But for me, I be already discussed. I tell them say if we be say we fit make Momsina it be a signatory to that account, and then now we just pick up since the money don't already enter for them. We'll just pick up now, then we'll continue to go with them. We'll not forget headache now. But when I concern, when me I really like and I say when I want to protect each and every soldier, so that me some group not be left out. So when I understand too, when I not talk say no, Martin, you a national force take them, go take the same number of this thing, or you go share them with Batoke. But you just want to see say Batoke man, it be part of this. We don't consider it get a voice. We feel also protect it get something where it manage your own small area. Now the most important thing that. So I be sure say with this kind of thing, we feel just move on. We know if we drag the talk now, but more just come now to this point and say now concerning this account, wait you will talk. This account where we already get them, we fit just turn them now, give Momsi access to the account, and then it become a signatory, or we'll open virgin account and then we'll move on. I be sure say these 2 days we could squeeze down everything just into maybe 1 hour. We will round up this thing and then we'll set the ball rolling. So I be sure say now the thing in this where we feel do, because maybe if we keep on, we feel just draw this thing, the drag come, and then we know the really no side where would it go. But me either they give in financial statement for Pache, we know say this one not whether it want go public or it want do her. Me will look into that one so that we clean up Pache. We'll clean up Wali on the move where it been and say okay, cash will be the go for you. We'll clean up from there. Then now we talk say purchase project over and this is it. Then now when I would talk for in public with confidence, you feel quote for any place say yes, purchase was a success. We got this group benefited like this got this, finish. So take for instance, even if I never get my share, then now I don't make an accord say okay, Eddie, they will give me my share for hand. Then they turn to General Arake, will give you 2,000. Everything they will be that call. So for that one, we'll round up. We'll talk say Pache has been rounded up and every group is okay. We'll move on and then we'll set this one. We'll continue now for go. So now the only thing that way me have check say I feel bring pull on attention because the audio them they long, but they be useful and very very educative. This kind, believe me, for all forum the way me I know, I never see no forum where it be rich like this forum where would they for inside here, because it show how one make the best. Believe me, one day if we will turn back for this forum, we can't see thing where this forum don't do, it could be and say we'll rescue the revolution. So Atangwana.
The contender force is indeed a pretender force. Yes, it is. If it was the raging bull that it was claimed to be, why the lies? Why the fake audio of General Kata? This is nothing but the continuation of all the fakeness that has existed within the ADF/AGC ranks, from top to bottom. If there is no trust among ADF/AGC members, how can they build trust on a national level? Listen to Vivian Banwe.
I will have to clarify that after listening to the SG of the ADF, I have a lot to clarify, because this is history in the making, and our chapters will be written in the books. And one thing I have tried to do in this struggle is to be honest the best I can. I have tried to hold back on things that needs to be held back, and I know for sure, because from a little girl, since when I was born and grew up to, teenage age, I've been dealing with money for the public, not my personal money. And I know what it is when confusion stems up for money. It can ruin your character. People can sabotage you. They can sabotage your family, your reputation, and all of that. So I've learned to take precautions and put through the right structures when it comes to dealing with money, not just to safeguard the money, but to safeguard my name. So I will explain. But before I explain, from the Pache's discussion, I will want to propose one thing, that if we've had clarity about the Pache issue, I will add my voice to Comrade Pa Martin, that let's round this thing up, clear Pache's name, clear Comrade Wali's name, put that aside and move on. Because if we don't do it, they're going to be dragged into something bigger than we sit here and think. Or maybe we are ignoring the conversations that are going on here. But if this thing is not contained and it goes out of proportion, too many people will not be happy. Because at that point, you won't be able to control or contain the narrative. And money issues are very, very complicated. So that is what I have to say about the Pache issue. About the contenderhood, finance thing and all of that, I made it, I promised and I tasked myself for the past week to not talk about this contenderhood, because I understand perfectly the psychology and the mentality of the human being. And I know for sure how many people react when they don't get it their way. And what can, I just understand a lot of things. And so I made a conscious decision to not discuss the contenderhood and the finances. And I want to make it clear at this point, I am not part, for those who sit here and they think that I am part of the contenderhood finance team, I am not. Yes, like Pa Martin said, they're nominated, from what I understand, because I'm not where they are. They agree and nominated me to be part of the finance team, or to lead the finance team, which was quite an honor. Because think about it, to carry the finance of a nation is not a joke. So I was nominated, but I am not part of it as we speak. And I'll explain why. When they nominated me, the first person who came to me and informed me was the defense chairman of the ADF, Mr. Benedict Quo. He came, he broke the news, and he said, "You've been nominated to lead the finance team for the contenderhood to run the fund drive. And you're going to do this with Walter Skierka, with Wally and the Move, and Woman of God." And I said, whoa. What an honor. And we talked, he explained, and he explained. And I told him I am honored and humbled that they so trusted in me to do that. But I told him I have one request, which is one tool that I need. And that tool is knowledge. I grew up to understand the slogan. You all know I always say knowledge is power. And my request was to him, and I did explain to him, if these people so trusted me and they want me to lead this finance team, I don't believe in third-party conversations when it comes to money. I would like to sit there in that defense council with them, hold conversations with them, talk to them directly, know what is happening, discuss the structures that I would like to put in place to run this finance team, so that when all is said and done and we roll out this project, I will be able to communicate directly with them, not through a third party, and be able to take information directly from them and send it out to the population to galvanize and keep pushing and getting the money and give them the necessary information that they so need. The defense chair said, I hear you, and that is perfectly correct. And he said, he will go back to the council and he will come back to me. He never did. I think later that day, because he had told me that the SG, Mr. Ayamba, was supposed to talk to us, but it seems like he is busy. So he just thought he should come and talk to me. I said, that's fine. So later on, Mr. Ayamba called and he said the same thing and the same story, and that he would like to have a meeting with us. And I said, sure, no problem. He did as he said, created a link, shared it. We had a meeting with him and the other team members. And he broke the news. And everybody was like, the first person who spoke, I think, was Wale on the Move. They're all in. Everybody said they're all in. Walters, Woman of God, they're all in. I was the last person to speak. And I told him, I am all in. I am happy. I'm ready. I'm high tension. I'm ready to go. Ground zero, anything ground zero, I'm very ready to do it. But I told him, I said, but Mr. SG, I just want you to know that I've had this conversation with the defense chairman and I made a request to him. And I'm making that same request to you, that I would like to sit with those leaders in the defense council for the same reason, to be able to talk to them, understand the situation, maybe explain the plan of action with them, know how the finances are going to be moved around. We agree on everything before I move on. I don't want to be having third-party conversation with the leaders of those groups, because I know with money, when things start going wrong, it will go really, really wrong. Mama on the Move is on this forum. Walter Skiaka is in this forum. They can speak up if I'm lying. The SG said, okay, I hear you all. I will talk to the defense chairman and we will talk to the council and we will come back. During that conversation, Mama Wale moved that why we are on it, or why he is going to talk to them, why don't we just create a forum and start strategizing? We all said yes. That is how they created the finance team. Mama Wale created the forum, put all of us in, and we started talking, brainstorming on the necessary things that we'll have to put in place, the structures, and what kind of accounts to use, what to do, and all of that. We created that forum and we started talking while we were waiting for them to talk to the NSA or the Defense Council, National Defense Council, and come back to us. We brainstormed. We talked about accounts, what kind of accounts we need, how do we protect them? I said, well, if we want, we can also use that mailbox because I'm right there. We talked about creating a website, different strategies. I don't need to name them here. So we were talking, and I kept saying that, I think that was a Monday, Tuesday, no call, Wednesday. I think we had our own Zoom meeting. Excuse me, guys, if I get it all confused. And we brainstormed again, the finance team, 4 of us, and we talked about different things. And I said, I am still waiting for them to come because I am not going to move. I am not going to put my face out there. If I have to lead this finance team, I will not put my face out there. If I am not sitting in that council with these different leaders of the various defense forces in that contenderhood and talk to them directly, understand what they are doing, get them to accept on what we have to do or the plan that they're telling us about, I will not put my face out there because I don't want to be an Iringwa tomorrow. I don't want my reputation to be ruined because I have a family, I have kids, I have all of that. I kept insisting that I will not lead this team if I am not there. I think it was Thursday or something. Mama Wali came and she told us, and Walter Skiaka said, sure, you're going to be there and blah, blah, blah. I said, of course, yeah, I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing, you know. So we got up one morning and Mama Wali said, they put her in a forum. And all of us were wondering. I said, which forum? He said, it's the one forum about fundraising. I thought it was the Sustain Contender Forum. And I told her, no, that other forum where everybody is, we are all in that forum. I screenshot that forum and brought it. She said, no, that is not the forum. I said, okay, who put you in the forum? Which forum? She said, Vena put her in that forum. And I said, what's the name of the forum? She said, National Defense Council. I said, hell no. I said, hell no. I said, I had told the SG and the defense chairman that if I have to lead this fundraiser, I will have to be in that forum. I don't see anything wrong in that for knowledge purposes. You know, to me, that is a tool. The tool to work and do this thing. But anyways, the defense chair never came back. And we went back and forth, all of us back and forth. And, you know, Miss Walters kept saying, oh, no, yeah, we had decided that Mom C was going to be there. And if they added Wali, no problem. He's going to tell them to add Mom C. I think Wali did not understand exactly what was happening. I don't want to dive into that because she and I will explain ourselves, you know. And so Comrade Walter said, no, we had agreed that Momsi was going to be the one to be there, but if two people should be there, Wali should be there and Momsi. Remember, we did not vote. I proposed, I had made that proposition that I want to be there. It was not a vote by the defense team, by the finance team. So anyways, we kept walking. It never happened. In that team, I kept making propositions, and I told the ladies and the gentlemen in that forum, let's not rush this thing. We need to understand this whole thing because we are going to put our neck in the guillotine if we are not careful, if we don't get clarification. I don't believe in, when it comes to money, talking to one party and taking it for granted. I believe in documentation when it comes to money. So I kept insisting. Anyways, fast forward, and unfortunately, I will have to say things that I thought were things that happened in the ADF meetings that, you know, didn't have to come out. But since the SG decided to put it out, I have to clarify it because I don't like people lying about me. So we had the Defense Council meeting. Everybody knows I'm part of the ADF, or I was part of the ADF Defense Council. So we had a meeting. And we're reporting, giving the reports. And I joined that meeting late because I was preparing to go to work. So when I got on and they were giving reports, I think it's the SG or the defense chair gave the reports about the contenderhood and the finance team that was created. And he stated in his report that, yeah, the finance team has been created, made up of these people, you know, our own Ds, blah, 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 are there. They nominated one person to represent the finance team in the Defense Council. So they nominated Wali to represent and all of that. And when he got done, I said, can I speak? They said, yes. I said, Mr. Chairman, they did not nominate Wali to be in that council. I said, no, when you want to give report, let's be truthful. I don't like people who lie. Okay? Not that I'm a saint. I can lie to save life or something, but little matters that really do not matter. We don't need to lie about it. So I told him in that meeting, I said, no, that's not how it happened. They did not nominate Wally to be in there. Actually, when they put Wally in that forum, she was so surprised how she got there from our discussions in the finance team. She was surprised. And that is how we found out that Wally was there. And when they got her there, I said, no, whoever did that, whoever is trying to play games, those were my words. I said, I don't play games with people. Whoever decided behind our back that Wally is going to be in that defense council and not Momsi as requested should get it together. Because I don't play these games and I'm not ready to put my neck out there blindly. When I said that, comrades, Bernadette went ballistic. And I am happy to say this because that meeting was recorded. I hope it doesn't get missing in the records. That was a recorded meeting in the house so that history recorded it and we can all go back someday and listen to it. The defense chairman went ballistic on me. He called me all kinds of names. And the worst name or the worst thing that he said I was trying to tussle power. What difference does it make if I am in the council or not in the council? He knows I'm just fighting to wield power and blah, blah, blah. What difference does it make if Wally is there and I'm not there? What is in the council that I want to see or hear? He went on and on and on. At that point, I was so mad. And so we were talking over each other. And I told him, I said, Mr. Defense Chair, let me tell you so. Oh, he actually went on and I told him if I am not in that council, I will not lead the finance department. I don't have a name to sacrifice. Whatever you people are hiding, I will not partake in it. He said, oh yeah, he said, first of all, he said, why are you so concerned to be there? We had talked to the council and the council rejected the request that they cannot allow you to be in that defense council. I said, and so I asked him, so why didn't you come back and tell me? I said, so they rejected my request, but they decided to get Wally in there and did not tell us. He said, oh, he was going on. I said, Mr. Defense Chairman, it's been almost a week. Why didn't you come back to me or come back to us, you and the SG who took that message to them? Why didn't you guys come back to us and tell us that this is the situation? They have rejected the fact that Momsi cannot be there. He said it, that the people at the Defense Council rejected the fact that I cannot be there. I said, oh, sure, good. So, because Momsi, they can't communicate with Momsi. Momsi is so hard on stuff and blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, see, Momsi is a full package. You either take it or you leave it. I said, I will not do it if I can't be there. I said, Defense Chair, you have to choose one. Is it because Momsi is hard on her words, or is it because the team rejected the fact that Momsi cannot be there? So anyways, we went on. He was mad. I was mad. He told the Def Chair, if she doesn't want to take it that way, take her out of the finance team. Let me remind you people, that conversation is on record. And I told him that will be fine. You can take me out of it. By the way, it wasn't an application. I did not write an application to be part of that team. And so I'm not going to sit here and be ridiculed or be insulted that I'm trying to wield power. I told him, I said, all by myself, I am power. I'm not going to lie to you. I was furious and mad. So he said, yes, they should take me out of it. I said, I am so fine with that. So I stopped. I was going to work. I got to work and I stopped talking, but I was on the meeting. I was listening to the conversation. So they went on to other things and they talk. And I was really pissed off. So at the end, they wanted to round up. Remember, I am supposed to be the link between the ADF and the forces of General RK just to keep the coordination together. And I was also working in another group that wanted to join the ADF and all of that. So at the end of the meeting, I told them that I have something to say. And that is when I told them that for this insult and all of it. I made a point and I told them that I would like to leave this council. I do not want to be, apparently I'm a power monger or wanting to toss power with whoever. I don't know if I wanted to take the defense chair's position or whatever that was. I told him I don't want to be the elephant in the house. And so I am going to leave. Oh, he made reference to the people in the defense council. I don't want to go into those little things that the SG decided to hide it, to cover it, but made his point. So I told him that apparently in the AGOVC, I'm the elephant in the room. And I don't want to be the hindrance because I have a lot to do. In my world, it is not about the AGOVC, it is about Ambazonia. I use the AGOVC and the ADF as a vehicle to liberate Ambazonia. I am not in the revolution to liberate the AGOVC. So I told them that in order to allow you people to have your smooth running and get your things done the way you want to do, I am going to exit all the forums of the AGOVC. I will also, it is the tradition in the ADF that if you want to leave the council, you have to state it that you want to leave the council, and the defense chairman is going to take you out of the council after consultation or whatever. So I told them, I said, I'm going to leave all the other council, and yes, I'm going to leave the finance team. I don't have to wait for your SG to remove me. I'm going to leave. And when I leave, I am giving you the mandate to take me out of the Defense Council. So I gave them the report about ROK, and I requested that they get someone else to pick up the coordination from there. I gave them the report. I had given the SG all the reports I usually do. I told them I'm going to share the other group, the captains of the other group, their numbers with the SG, which I later did with the SG, so they can pick up the tabs from there so I can stay clear from their business. So that was my message. And the defense chair said, yeah, that's fine. And I'm glad this conversation, I just want you to know this whole thing is on record. I said, absolutely. So the meeting ended, they ended the meeting, and I exited all the forums of the AGOVC, all the forums of the ADF, except for the Defense Council. I think the following day or so, I started getting calls from Ground Zero, from the boys of the ADF. And I decided to ignore them because at that point I did not feel like I should be in communication with them. And so some were sending me messages, and I just responded, I hope all is well, and blah, blah, blah. And I stopped. Did not want to talk to them because I know how these things work sometimes. And the following day, that was a Sunday, that was Sunday night, breaking Monday. One of them actually called me to ask what happened and why the lady in the ADF are leaving the forum. I said, who said that? They said one of them lost the election and got angry, the election to join the National Council, got angry and left. Immediately, I had to not have that conversation. I said, I don't know about that, but I will come back to you. Let me go and find out who that person is. I sent a message to the defense chairman, and I warned him. I said, if you want to go down this route, we can all talk to these boys. And if you want me to tell them the truth and to start bad-mouthing you, and I can do that. But I'm going to leave above that because the boys matters. Then he shared an audio that he had sent to the boys, telling the boys to stay away from me, telling the boys that I lost an election to sit in the council. There was an election between me and Mama Wali. I lost the election and I got so angry and I left the council. The same lies that the SG is telling you people in here. So I'm like, I told the defense chairman that again, you're lying. But you know what? I'm just going to stay quiet, but you people should stop trying to sabotage me. Because guess what? Due to the good relationship that I have with those boys, they'll come back to me. I don't need to request it. And I don't intend to spoil anything because those boys, they matter more than all of us in the diaspora to me. So that is how I left the Defense Council, my dear comrades. I want you people to know that you guys are activists. You guys, this is the report that I will give you people. So tomorrow when they start putting out messages like what the SG just did, This is so disingenuous. This is so dishonest. This is so disgraceful. I really feel insulted with the lies that he just told you guys in this meeting. And this tells of a lot of things that they don't matter right now. But I'm telling you guys that the more these people speak, the more infuriated I get. And we should be really, really be careful with the words that we say in this revolution, if we are indeed in need to fix it.
As usual, they claim to be for unity when it is time to raise funds. Once the funds are collected, unity vanishes into thin air. This is very important for us because it is pure evil for people to sit abroad and play with people's lives and welfare like these demons have done. Enough of your lies and manipulation. You continue to speculate baselessly as if Southern Cameroon was the stock market or a casino in Las Vegas or Macau. Enough of the scams. My trip to Buea, National AK Project, Pache, Sunday offerings, and all the other failures. Ground Zero is tired of your shenanigans. If all these self-proclaimed leaders really want to free the land and its people like they claim, they will need true unity. It will take for these leaders to sign their death warrants like the fighters in the bush have done. The terms of any memorandum of understanding must be very drastic for leadership. They must be willing to pay with their lives if they go astray. We can assist them prepare such a document. To you all who accuse us of sabotage, we are educating you and posterity. We stand for the truth and for those who are powerless to speak on their own. Some of you have decided to attack instead of debate. We are upping the stakes. We will start releasing audios from our treasure trove as we choose. The more you attack, the more we release. We don't need to go looking for insiders to leak information to us. Your arrogance, deceitfulness, and treachery has given us the keys to your house. It is your own disgruntled members in large numbers who are sharing documents. Our view is proposed to provide investigative reporting content aimed at presenting the truth to our viewers. If you enjoyed our show, please support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and by following our social media pages. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned.